So you're struggling to get to the next level with learning Python? You reached the right video. Let me explain. This video was brought to you by DigiLink Academy, your #1 source to learning programming fast and get to that 6-figure salary you desire. Our 30-day project course includes our JavaScript front-end projects, our Python backend projects, our SQL database projects, and much, much more. So go ahead and click the link below to our free 7-step guide so that you can start reaching your programming goals today. I'll see you guys in the course. All right, guys, let's get right to the chase here. You've been struggling, you've been learning Python, checking tutorial after tutorial after tutorial with no luck, no job opportunities. The few job opportunities you have gotten or interviews you haven't gotten, they didn't take you serious. It's a waste of time. You've been learning, you're stuck. What do you do? Well, we can go a lot of different ways with this, guys, and I'm gonna probably talk about this more in detail in the later video. But for you guys who just want a quick answer now, Python programming is just not gonna be enough in 2024. And let me tell you why. First of all, the fierce competition. So many people are wanting to be a developer, multiple entries. They just got a lot of people to pick from. They're gonna pick the person who's right for the job, and they're not gonna just settle for anybody. Number two, the massive amount of layoffs. You're not gonna get a job when you got more experienced developers on the market and probably gonna do it just as much, if not better than you, and they want similar salaries. So that's another reason. And number three, you just gotta understand that a lot of contractor, a lot of options, everybody going cloud, everybody using consultants. So there are a lot more options instead of just hiring a traditional employee to actually just hire to just learn code. So, but before you cancel the video, well, don't click off. I have a solution for you guys. I want you guys to start thinking about this different. There is a way out, and there is a way that you can get the advantage over all three of those specific groups that I talked about. And let's get into that. Number one, from a solution standpoint. Let's do this. Before we get started, tell me about your situation below in the comment section. I want to get your experience specifically on where you're struggling at, how you're learning, how much you learn and still can't get a job. Tell me those details in the description box so that we can, or the comment section, so that we could actually start a conversation. I want to get the details and I'll give you a more specific answer. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna assume that, hey, you've done all the stuff you need to do, you just can't get a job. Right, help. Number one, you guys have to niche down to a specific industry in your area. Coming with the hello world programming projects, being a coding monkey, that would have worked in the early 90s or mid 90s, early 2000s to get a job because the competition wasn't fierce. Companies didn't have infrastructure in place already. They was desperately wanting people to come in and create and build software for them. So the desperation level for just somebody who just know how to code or just starting out to code, they're not willing to take that risk for you. So in addition to all that work you just done, we got to add a little industry knowledge to that. We got to have a resume that resonate with their problems that they're having as a company. Hello world don't do that for that company. What you're going to need to do is actually provide a portfolio, a resume, just more detail about how you can help solve their problem. That alone is going to get you above all the other three that we're talking about, because everybody's just like you've been recently, just holding a resume in your hand with, hey, I got HTML, JavaScript, Python skills, give me a job. That's all you're saying. You're not saying, versus the person I'm gonna have you doing is, hey, this is not what you can do for me, is what I can do for you as well. You need help onboarding users automatically, offboarding users automatically. You need help with speeding your systems up, finding projects that's gonna help you build that other 5% of revenue without actually adding more headcount. Technology can do that for you, and that's just 1 year. If you come to an employer showing them, hey, you can do this and this code helped them do this, they're gonna ask you, can you start today? It's not gonna be no, well, no. They're gonna want you then. A lot of you guys gotta change the way you're presenting your skills. We talk about that in my 7-step guide. Number 3 is to know how to showcase your skills. First of all, once you learn how to code, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already done that already, now we got to take that code and be impactful and really help take your problem solving skills to the next level when it comes to the business side. And you can do that as a beginner with no experience, just knowing specifically how to help that company. I talk about that in my 7-step guide. Links are below for that, guys. Go ahead and check that out. And if you already signed up for my 7-step guide, we help you. We got premium courses below our 30-day developer course too, guys. So check that out. But at the end of the day, guys, Python programming is just not going to be enough. We got to bring a little bit more to the conversation than, hey, I've been taking programming courses and I know how to do Hello World or just any calculator app or any kind of simple stuff. We're beyond that. You're back in the early 2000s. We got 2024 and going forward in front of us. And we need you guys to kind of get on track and get ahead of the competition, get ahead of those consultants, get ahead of the people who can't provide value to that company they want. And at the end of the day, guys, we're not talking about a lot here. Let me tell you a secret. Come on in here. The secret is you just need to know enough code to be able to provide initial value to that company. Once they hire you on, you can get paid to learn. So you don't have to know everything with that company, everything and all about Python programming before you get the job. You just need to know enough to do a few projects that they want when they hire you. Week 2, week 3, you're learning how to do the next project they're going to ask you to do 3 months from now. So you're ahead of the game. You just need to know what the problems to be solved, how to present that on your resume, and really get ahead of the competition. I know you guys think it's too good to be true, but that's the game now in 2024 going forward. The days of the technologies that's being the limiting factor is disappearing very quickly. Now you need people who know how to solve problems with the technology. The Microsoft, the Googles, the Facebooks already know this. That's why they're going to AI and ChatGPT and all this stuff, because programming language itself, just by itself, like technology, just implementing it in a company without knowing the business processes, those days are gone for just the traditional infrastructure. I'm pretty sure in a couple of years we'll have another revolution of new technology that they can implement, but it's not what we are today, not right now. Maybe in a couple of years we'll have a new AI revolution, but not today. The day is you find out what that company needs as a problem and solve it using your code. I got you covered. I'm gonna put a link to my 7-step guide here on the screen, guys. Go ahead and check that out. And then we can get you to the point that you need to be able to identify this, get ahead of the competition. Like, subscribe to the content. And if you have any questions, comment below. Go ahead and click the link. I'll see you guys in the next video.